Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to a new project. The project is sitting just here. It's a cracker, it's a really nice one. I'm not going to show you it just yet. I'm going to waffle. No, I'm not. Anyway, here it is, it's here. I'm just going to show you it being delivered and a little problem we had when we first got it, which was solved in 2 minutes. No biggie. Then we'll show you the car properly. So let's do it, let's show it to you. Okay, so here it is. No prizes for guessing what we're going to call it. Isn't it obvious? Although we're going to put a little bit of a twist on the name and add a little bit to it. So the colour of this car, as you may or may not know, it's described as being pink. It is a orangey pinky red, and the best description of it is coral, and the colour name is called Glam Coral. So this car, based on the colour and the number plate, is going to be called Glamorous Katie. So welcome to Glamorous Katie, Project Glamorous Katie. Hope I can fit that in on the thumbnail pictures. The title pics, you know what they are. So let's show you the car. Let's show you what is going on with it. Bit of mud. I think we can clean that off. The car's are relatively dirty on the outside, but you know they always are. According to the sticker on the windscreen, it's an X, so it's an insurance job. It was picked up by Copart on the 4th of October. Today is the 21st of October. It runs, it drives, and it's got one key. And damage-wise, there ain't very much. We have something stuck on the windscreen here. I reckon that's a telematics box for the insurance for the previous owner. I've done nothing to this car, only what you've just seen on the, what do you call it, time lapse. Because when we got it, the battery was completely and utterly dead. I haven't put it on charge yet, but I just put in one of my old batteries, which had half charge in it, which was enough, and it seems to be working fine. I've reversed it up the drive, as you saw, or rather drove it up the drive and brought it back down, as you saw, and it drives beautiful. The engine sounds beautiful. It's a excuse me, lovely smooth clutch. These facelift ones are chalk and cheese, I tell you, to those ones. Absolutely chalk and cheese. It's a cracker. So I suppose we better go around it and have a look. As I say, I've not looked inside, apart from driving it up and down the driveway. I've not looked inside. I don't know what's in it. The only thing I do know, well, no, actually, no, I haven't looked. But we do have one piece of trim missing, which I need to buy, assuming it's not in the car. And they are, as you know, the trim for these are quite expensive for the facelifts. I'm itching to clean it because this is such a lovely colour when it's clean. Absolutely itching. Is that a dent there? Oh, it is as well. Yeah, there's a bit of a dent there. You can just see it when the light's on it in a particular... Yeah, I'll soon pull that out. I'll get the old cold glue on there. I'll pull that out, no problem. There are what appears to be a few scratches on the roof, actually. But I think we'll be able to polish those out. Beautiful, beautiful colour. So it is a pop. So there's no aircon. No glass roof, no alloys. It's got these two tyres are good ones. What have they got on it? I did notice the front one was an Avon tyre. Not sure what the back is, can't see the name on that one. Oh, it's a Continental on the back. Virtually new by the looks of it. So there's no damage to the back. Should we look in the boot? Oh, someone's bought it from Cinch. Oh, look, bloody thing missing, shelf missing. It's a nuisance. Luckily I got one. I've got one left. That looks like a hairdresser's thing off of a pair of clippers. So maybe this belonged to a hairdresser. Now we have bits of hay in here as well, so I'm wondering if this is a horsey person. Got the spare. Oh look, that's the bit of trim I needed. That's a nuisance because I've already ordered it. Typical. That's just cost me 33 quid. Oh, what a pain. Too late, I've ordered it now. Yeah, too late, never mind. I did think it was missing. I had a quick look through the window to see if it was in the car, and I couldn't see it. I didn't know it was under there. Never mind. Never mind. These things happen. So, yeah, there's a few little, I don't know if these are scratches or these are, there's quite high mileage on this car, so I think this is probably been on the motorway. There are a few little scratches, but some of these marks, like that's just come off, so I think that is, you know, where it's been going fast and it's sort of dirt. But there are definite scratches on here. I don't know if you can make them out. Quite a few of them on the roof, but hopefully we can polish them out. We'll give it a go at cutting and polishing that. See if we can get them all out, and a few on there as well. Again, some of them are going to be dirt, I think. I think they'll, yeah, I mean a lot of them are just coming off. So they're more stain. Hiya, sorry about that. That was the Amazon man delivering me my cloths. Where was I? Yes, so yes, fairly high mileage. It's 69.9 something, so it's almost 70,000 quid. 70,000 quid, 70,000 miles. Broken door handle, which is a pain. That's why the window's down, so I can get into the car. It's a bloody nuisance when it's the driver's one. So I'll have to change that. Luckily I got about 7 or 8 of those. Some have got locks in which you can't get out without the key. I'm sure there is a way, but I don't know if there is. If anyone knows the way, let me know please, because they're fit for the bin actually, otherwise, if you can't get the lock out. So I'll change that over anyway. My favourite job. I've got another one of them to do next week actually. Remember the lady that she stacked her car and I went and put a new door and a new wing on it? The door that I put on it, the bloody handle's gone, so she's bringing it down to me next week sometime, and I'm going to do that one. Be the second one in a couple of weeks I've done, and this will be the third. Deep joy. Right, let's carry on looking around it. So no damage to this side apart from the door handle. Sills all the way around are okay. Bonnet is untouched, which pleases me immensely. Not only is this difficult to get parts in this colour, but you know I don't like changing bonnets because you can never get them in the right place. Well, I can't anyway. Here's the damage. So, not a lot. So the DRL is loose. It doesn't look broken as far as I can see because they're quite expensive. So hopefully it's just the tabs and I can plastic weld those back on. The wing has been pushed in a little bit here. We've got quite a sharp dent there. I'm hoping with my cold glue I'll get that out. Cold glue, hammer, I'm hoping I can get it out. If I break the paint, I break the paint. I've just ordered a can of paint from our friends at Paints For You. There's no cracks in this bumper. It's all just scuffs. So I don't know what it's hit. It's not hit anything dramatic. So the bumper's going to have to come off. It's come out there. I mean, that will just tuck back in again once the wing's back in the right place. But there's no other damage. None of the trim. That was the bit I was talking about, which I've gone and bloody ordered for £33 something. Damn it. Or maybe if it hasn't been dispatched, I might see if I can cancel it. Otherwise I'll just have to keep it. I'm sure I'll need it at some point in the future. It's just a waste of 33 quid, isn't it, really? Yes, so that's it. So as I say, I've ordered, so this will need a little bit of sanding. Some of this will polish out. A lot of it's dirt, actually. A lot of it will polish out. I've ordered paint, so we'll probably paint that bit of the bumper. Hopefully it'll match. But yeah, there's no creases in it that I can see. It's literally just scuffs and paint transfer or something, plastic transfer or something. We don't know what it's hit. But that's it, damage-wise. That's all there is. It drives in a straight line. The steering wheel is straight, so there's no damage to any suspension or anything. That's it, basically. I suppose we ought to have a look under the bonnet. I know we've already had the bonnet up. You saw that in time-lapse, but I haven't checked the oil or anything. So before we look on the inside, we'll do that. Let's just get the bonnet up and I'll come back. Okay, let's get some kitchen roll. Lidl's finest. Let's check the oil. Well, there's oil in it, that's a good sign. And it didn't look particularly black. Now, I believe, I have checked the MOT history on this, and I believe it's had bottom arms done and rear shocks done. Which is good news, obviously. That tab is not broken on the headlight, which is good. That bit is there, but that can be plastic welded back on. Right, let's look at the oil. It's on minimum, but it looks very oily colour, i.e. looks like it's relatively recently. Doesn't look like it needs an oil change at all. I don't know if there's any history or anything. I haven't looked. Whether there's the book's certainly not in the boot. Whether it's in the car somewhere, I don't know. Probably not. So we'll have to, obviously, if it's not, well, then we'll have to track that down. Let's grab a torch and we will have a look at the coolant, see how the level of that is. That's absolutely spot on maximum, which is great news. So no leaks there. So I put this temporary battery in, as you saw earlier. This is not a stop-start battery. I can't remember which car this was in now, but it's a good battery. Oh look, keep that. So I will put that battery on charge. It looks like the original battery, so it's what? This is 2016, so it's what? 6 years old, so it could be knackered. It may just be that it's been standing around for a long time. So we'll charge it, put it back in, see if it holds the charge. Nothing else to write home about. There's no damage to the front panel, no damage to hardly anything. So this is a cracking buy. I'll tell you what I've paid for it in a minute. Let's have a look on the inside. Let's just shut this bonnet. I've got the key here somewhere. Where is it? Right, let's get inside. Right. Okay, what we got in here? Oh look, nice free toothbrush. I'll keep that actually. And clean my teeth with that. No, I won't clean my teeth with it. I can use that, clean wheels and things. Always comes in handy. I quite like these seats, although this is a pop. They are quite pleasing seats. So if you remember the one that I bought a car the same as this, 2016, same colour. It was a pop, Glam Coral. It was a 2016, and it was a repaired Cat S. This is only Cat N, obviously. It was a Cat S, repaired Cat S, and I paid, I think it was 3,600 or 3,800, which is really cheap. And I cleaned it and put a different set of wheels. In fact, those white wheel trims that I did have on that pop were the ones that came off of this car, and I think they actually look all right on this car, and I don't like the ones that are on it at all, so they'll be coming off. So I'll either buy a decent set, or I'll put those white ones on it and get some Fiat caps on it, one or the other. So I'll have a look around for wheel trims. I have to have a look and see what ones I put on that other Glam Coral one. I can't remember, because they looked really nice. Can't remember, I think they were white as well, but they were nicer than the ones that were on it, so I might get another set of those as well. Let's get in it and have a little look. Oh, the seat is high. Hit my head when I get in. Right, so let's put the key in. So we got, it's Facelift, but it's a basic stereo. It's not CD, but it is a basic stereo. No aircon. We got traction control though. Start, stop, obviously, heated rear window, and the airbag button. They're just much nicer, these facelifts. I know door panels and that are pretty much the same. It's a nicer steering wheel. The electric winders, the window winders are nicer. Which are these are the ones that are in the American cars and probably the Australian cars as well, because I think the Australian cars are made in Mexico like the American cars are. Obviously we got the 12-volt socket there. We got the aux and the USB, so you can plug your phone in to play your music on the stereo. The switcher on. Let's close the door. Got the boot open, but there you can go. There you can go. There you see 69,945. I've got the steering lock on. Let me just take that off. Right. There you go. 69,945. Boot's open. Just turn that on. Turn that down. With barely any fuel in it. It's not even registering, so I'll have to get some fuel in it sharpish. I'll have to go out in my blue car that's sitting around the front of the house. It's got a full tank of petrol. Or is it the white car? No, sorry, it's the white car behind me. It's got a full tank of petrol. Shame I can't siphon some out. Yeah, full tank. I mean, that's full tank of petrol with one of these. It's got to be over 40 quid, isn't it? 40 quid's worth of petrol, at least. Probably a lot more than that. I'm not sure. I can't remember what size the tanks are in these, but it is literally full to the brim. So I'll have to drive that a bit before I sell it, I think. Free petrol. I like a bit of free petrol. I might see if I can siphon some out of it and I can put it straight into this actually. Now what is this box up here? Marmalade. Yeah, it's going to be a telematics box of some sort, isn't it? Oh, my battery's just about to run out. I'm just going to swap batteries and I'll come straight back. Right, that's better. Fully charged battery now. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so we got the basic stereo. So let me just tell you something about this. So as you know, you can get an upgraded stereo which has got Apple CarPlay, DAB and SatNav. You can get those and you can put them in one of these, in another facelift. You have to buy another bezel because they are a slightly different size. It's only the bezel that changes, so I think it's the bezel which also includes the vents, I believe. And then what you have to do is, like I've done once before, not with Apple CarPlay or any of that, but you then encode the body computer to accept, basically for Apple CarPlay, etc. to work. Now, Sean, who lives in the Isle of Wight, who has been down to me before, who has an R-Bath, and his daughter has an R-Bath as well, and I know he's watching, Sean, so this is the car. Me and him have been conversing on WhatsApp, as we do regularly, and the plan is that his daughter's car, she's got, I can't remember what reg, is it 18 plate, Sean? I can't remember, 17, 18 plate. I say the basic 595, it's the one that's got the basic stereo in it. I think it's more modern than this, but it's better than this one, but it is the basic stereo. It hasn't got Apple CarPlay basically, which she wants. So the pair of us have been doing research, and we've come to we found out that providing the stereo comes from 2017 onwards, and it's a nav one and a DAB one. Even if it doesn't have CarPlay, CarPlay is included in there, even though it don't work. And by fiddling around with your settings on using multi-ECU scan, you can enable it and CarPlay will work. And then you'll just plug in to there and then CarPlay will work. So we are thinking about getting one, me trying it in this car. If it works, I reset this back to where it was. I might upgrade that anyway to one with a screen, and he will then come over from the Isle of Wight, and I will put it in his daughter's car. That's the plan. I was also possibly contemplating, and I know this makes me, you know, I don't make as much money if I do this, but it's content for you. I can do a separate video on doing it. I was thinking about getting an LCD one screen in there and replacing that. So I might well do that. So that's the plan on this car. So yeah, that's a telematics box up there, isn't it? Marmalade. Pretty sure that's a telematics box. A wireless one. Don't think there's any wires on it at all. So whether there's anything else in the car somewhere, might be behind the dash somewhere, I don't know. Let's turn that off because I've got the DRLs on. Right, so there's no service books on it, no locking wheel nut key because it hasn't got alloys. Let's have a look, see what we've got in here. Oh, what is this? Oh my word. Oh my word. We've got books. Oh, we've got some stuff. I'm not going to show you that because it's got the previous owner's name on it, on the front of it. There's some, what have we got here? Some post. Hastings Direct. Is this her insurance? Yes. I'm going to cover her name up. £219 credits received, £199. Oh, I just showed her name on there. So that's the previous keeper's Capital One account overdue. What is all that? I think that's her credit card. So obviously I'm not going to film any of that. But what the most important thing, I'm surprised Copart didn't take all this out. They obviously didn't look. We have hopefully warranty and services. This is what we want. I don't care about the other books so much, but it's nice to have this because you don't have to buy one. So that's brilliant. You don't have to actually buy one. So let's have a look and see what we got in the way of services. Oh, look at that, loads and loads of services. Right, so we've got PDI at 0 miles, 24th of October 2016. Oh, so it's his birthday in 3 days time. So it was bought in Northampton. And then we got Motor Vogue Reminder, 9th of the 6th 2018. At 7,500 miles. I can't see a date there. 2017, is that May or no, June 2017. At 7,500 miles. It had a service, doesn't say which type. 18,900, it had an 18,000 mile service, so that's going to be a full service, isn't it? And then we had probably an intermediate service in 2019, a year later in February. And that was at 39,000 miles, and then in 2000, oh hang on, they're round the wrong way. 30,000, sorry, they're in the wrong way, they've done it up there instead of here. So it went to this one at 27,000 miles at 30,000, and then with that one at 39,000 miles in 2019, less than a year later. That was August, and that was February the following year. And then we had Jessel's Autos at 48,000 miles in 2019, same again, August 2019. So it's had lots of services, but you know, it's done some mileage. Although it only went up from 39 to 48, so this person's obviously looked after it. Oh, that's the last one. So according to this, it was last serviced at 48,000 miles in 2019. Now, going by the colour of that oil, it's been serviced since then. Because that's obviously August 2019. No, it can't be 19, because that's 9. Oh no, yeah, August 19. It's got to have been serviced before then. So what we'll have to do is go through the MOT history from 19 onwards and see if anyone's serviced it that didn't for some reason stamp the book, because there's no more in it. So it could be the fact that someone has bought it at 48,000 miles in 2019 and has done bugger all to it service wise, so it's been looked after up till then, and then they haven't. So that it could be, but so that August 19, what are we now? So 20, 21, 22. So that's just over 3 years since it's had a recorded service. So based on that, I'll look at the air filter and we might service it, unless I can track down any other services. But it is great having that, because that gives you a nice history of the car. Not much else in there, to be honest. There's the handbook and that's about it. So I'll go through this other stuff, and obviously I'll get rid of that, because that's personal to the, it's not something that I need to send back to the owner like I did on that car once before, but it is personal stuff. So obviously if I have managed to actually accidentally film her name on there, I'll cut it out. So yes, Copart, I'm surprised you didn't actually take that out. You know, they normally do take stuff out, don't they? Okay, so that's it for the time being. We'll have we've looked in the boot, haven't we? We know what's in the boot. So up here, yeah, nothing to speak of here. Seats, there's no rips or tears in the seats, no burns. It smells all right in here. It hasn't been smoked in. Everything's as it should be. That's great. I'll leave this on for the time being. Actually, it's a good idea. I might get some of these. It's quite a good idea. And some of these as well, these foot things, because what I normally do is when I put a new set of mats in, I put an old mat on top of it until the day I sell the car. But yeah, paper mats is always good. Right, I think that's it. We'll go back outside the car and we'll talk about the plan of action. Right, so the plan of action for this. Let's move that tripod out of the way. First things first, give it a damn good clean. Not today, because we have 2 other cars that we're still working on. That one is almost finished, and the blue one is almost finished too. I need to get them done before I start messing around with this. But I have ordered some paint. I've ordered a can of paint, as I mentioned earlier, from our friends at Paints For You. They've already dispatched it. I only ordered it about an hour ago, and I've already had a notification from DPD that it's been dispatched, so that's great. They are good. They are really good there. Going to get some wheel trims. I'm going to have a look at the wheel trims that I got before, because I remember, as I say, I remember they were white and they did look nice on here, on this colour, so I might get another set of those. They were only about 30 quid. Oh, I didn't tell you how much I paid for this, did I? It was some frantic bidding. Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't got is an aerial. I need to get an aerial. And I've noticed also that I have got some spare aerials, older ones, you know, like the whip, rather than the wedgie shaped one, it's sort of a whip aerial, and it don't fit. I'm hoping it's not broken. So I've had a thing about aerials recently, but normally they're in the car. Copart take them off and they're in the car. So unless they're in the boot hiding like that bit of trim was, then that's missing as well. So I'm probably going to have to order one of those. Oh, someone's got a bonfire. So yeah, wheel trims, damn good clean, aerial, possibly changing that stereo. I don't know whether I'll actually change it or not. Obviously we'll do the experiment, but I'm not sure whether I'll actually change it. So we'll try and pull that out. Hopefully we can repair the tabs on the DRL, we can repair that bumper. That just needs plastic welding back, and hopefully that'll be it. So in theory, now I've actually found that, in theory, I haven't actually, apart from possibly an aerial, got to buy anything for this car at all. I've got a door handle. If I service it, obviously I'll have to buy the parts for the service, if I service it. I've already got one of those, which was, I don't actually even know where I got it from. I just seen a big spider in the back. I have to get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to actually buy anything. Unless something happens that I don't know about, but I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, that's good news. So, I think that's your walk around, to be honest. We do need to sort these scratches out, and I think we'll be able to. Hopefully we can polish them out. You can just about feel those ones, just about feel them. But you know, if I have to leave scratches there, I'm not repainting the roof, no way. No way. They're not that bad, I think they'll polish out. And as I said earlier, I think some of them are actually dirt anyway, like from motorways. I've got to pull that dent out. I'm sure I can get that out. You can only see it at a certain light, but it's definitely there. Definitely there. So that could have, if someone has used this in a field or something, you know, in the stables, they may have gone under low-hanging trees or something. It could be that that's caused it. Yeah, we know this colour is called Glam Coral, but on here they've got a different name. They do vary the name. So the colour code 552A, and it's Corallo is the name, not Glam Coral. Same colour, but different name. But that does happen from place to place for some bizarre reason. So we looked at these tyres. We didn't look at the other tyres, did we? I think they're going to be all okay. Yeah, that was a nice one. That's an Avon as well. And that's a Continental. So someone swapped these wheels about, because we had Continentals on the back on the other one and an Avon on the front, and this one's the other way around. But they're all good tyres. So I may swap them over. Of course, I'll do the brake checks. I'll take the wheels off and have a look at the brake pads and the discs. If they need doing, I'll do those, of course. So there may be the parts when it comes to that. Of course, you know, if it hasn't been serviced for 3 years, then we can safely say that those brakes are going to need doing. But hopefully it has been, and I'll be able to track that down from the MOT history. Yeah, I'm going to get that spider out. Oh, it is alive as well, it's moving. Don't like spiders. So that's it, that's your walk around. What do you think of it? I think it's a cracker with very, very little work to do. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, welcome to Glamorous Katie. She's a beaut. What do you think? So, that's Project Katie, Glamorous Katie, I beg your pardon, I do apologise. Glamorous Katie. What do you think of the project? I think it's good. Shouldn't take very long. Usual bit of Love 500 care and attention, getting it clean and better than it used to be before the accident, which is a very minor accident. I'm surprised this has been written off, to be fair, considering the lack of damage. I know, obviously, you know, Fiat, they would replace that bumper. They wouldn't even bother repairing it. They'd replace the bumper, brand new bumper, paint it, fit it, new DRL, without a doubt it'd be a brand new DRL. They'd probably even put a brand new wing on it rather than repairing it. But even with that, you know, I don't know. It just seems crazy to write off this car. Whether the mileage has anything to do with it at 69.9 something, almost 70,000. That obviously makes it slightly less valuable for me when I come to sell it. And I will take that into account. And I can't remember what I sold the last Glam Coral one for. I need to look that up. It'll be slightly less than that one because it was exactly the same as this, but lower mileage. I think it was up in the 50s, but this is higher mileage. So we'll sell it for around the same sort of price, but slightly lower. And that was a Cat S repair, whereas this is only the Cat N. I've got to send off for the logbook. I haven't got a logbook, so I'll get that in the post tomorrow. And I look forward to making a start on it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the car. What do you think of it? And as always, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel. Next goal is 7,000. We're only up to 6,022. We've gained another 22 viewers since the last video. It slowed down a little bit actually, so if you're not a subscriber, please do. Yeah, we'll see you next time. So until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we will see you very soon.